Yo, 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 what up, guys? LogicDawg here. So today we're talking about Escape from Tarkov again. I just want to bring to you a couple builds that I use for this Allen Caliber quest, one of them being the Saiga 12, the other one being the MP153. The MP153 is more of the budget build, whereas the Saiga 12 was more of the, just have fun, going all out build. But yeah, let's dig right into it. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at the Saiga 12. I have it sitting right here. You can actually buy this from Jaeger down here. I believe he sells it for 25,000. So for this, we'll just go into the link search just so I can kind of walk through it with you guys. The first thing is the suppressor, which is the requirement for the quest. Silent Caliber, requires you to kill 20 scavs and 10 PMCs with a silence 12 gauge. So for the silencer for the Saiga 12, we can put on the hexagon. It goes right onto the gun. If you have skier level 4, it's about 26,000. Otherwise, you can see here it's about 28,000, but again, really depends on availability on what you can get. But definitely, if you can, go with this one. The sights, we can do the Axion Cobra EXP. This one actually has the dovetail on it, so from here we can just put this right onto the gun. And then this, you can actually get a shade from Prepor and put it on there too for an extra, I think, 3 ergonomics. And it's pretty cheap too. For the gear mods, we are gonna do the Power Mag 20 round. This is a 4 slot, and again, it variable on price, right? Right now this is showing 47,000. This is a bit expensive, but if you got the money and you want to do it, highly recommend it. Going in there with the 20 round mag definitely gives you a lot more to work with when you're facing maybe multiple enemies at a time, or you're just trying to get those last few shots in. Can really help you out. It is a 4 slot though, so there's not a lot of rigs that can support it when you reload it. So what I usually do is just reload it, pick up the mag, pack it up, and then put it back on the gun, just so it's mainly on the gun at all times, ready to go. For mounts, not mounts, the handguards, I go with the MTU-002 short top. Now, the difference between the long top and the short top is, you can see here, it's a little bit longer. You can actually put a sight on here if you do want to use a little bit different sight. I like just using the Axion. I find it works just fine. And I use the short top for that. So this will let you use the Axion Cobra with the dovetail with this sight. Now, putting this on allows us to have a foregrip and then also a tactical. So what I usually use for the foregrip is it's the Magpul. It's this one here. I'll just go right to it. The Magpul AFG tactical foregrip. It gives -2 recoil, +6 ergonomics. It's not too expensive. So definitely, again, use whatever you got to. If you just got something in your inventory that you like using a lot, use that. Or, if you have your favorite foregrip, put that on there. Same with pistol grips. I use this AK Magpul MOE. Again, if you have the trader unlocked, it's only 8,000. I wouldn't really pay 30,000, but it's 12 ergonomic, so you get quite a bit more ergonomic just from this little pistol grip for 8,000. So I'll go ahead and go into the modding screen. Oh, and I should say, sorry, one more thing. I do get the NC star, unless I'm gonna go into a night raid where I need a flashlight or something, but you can just pick these up cheap off a skier. Or if, again, you have these around, just helps with that point and shoot versus aiming down sights all the time. And then also I get the recoil pad from Prepor, 4,000. Again, just a little more ergonomics, but you do get a pretty substantial reduction in recoil. So for 4,000 rubles, it's pretty worth it. So let's go into the modding screen real quick. Now, you'll see there's this thread adapter. We can just replace it right for the hexagon. So that's the silencer, and then the MTU, which is put on there. The sight will take off. This is just the rear sight. The recoil pad we'll put on here, and then the Axion Cobra, and then we can add the shade, I believe, here. I use the AK Magpool MOE pistol grip, add the 20 round mag, and R4 grip. So this is kind of how it looks all said and done. It's a lot of fun to use. Definitely recommend at least giving it a shot. I had a blast with this. Yeah, and I think you guys would like it a lot. So the next one we'll talk about is the MP153. You can buy this from Jaeger again. It comes as a 4-round shotgun. I would definitely recommend getting this 6 shell. The 6 shell isn't too expensive. We'll take a look right now. Yeah, 1,300 if you can. It's totally worth the extra 2 rounds just in case. You know, you never know. You know, 4 rounds is can be a little iffy sometimes, and then you're repacking, reloading while then you're getting shot at, you know. So the other thing we get is the pistol grip. Again, it's from Jaeger. And then on top of the pistol grip, we just put the PKO6 from Jaeger. But as far as silencers, we have a couple options, okay? So for this one, we have to get a muzzle adapter. It's the ME cylinder 12 gauge muzzle adapter. It's pretty cheap. Let me see if I can look it up. Yeah, 2,000, 5,000 if people are selling it. And then from here, we can get the hexagon. Again, just because it's around 26,000, so that's not too bad. The other option is the silencer co. So for that one, we have the silencer co adapter. It's pretty reasonable. The part that's expensive is the actual silencer, the suppressor. You know, it's about 40,000. But it all depends on what your availability is. You know, feel free to do either. And then I use flechettes inside the shotguns when I go in there. The flechettes you can actually craft in the hideout, and I'll show you real quick. If you have the level 3 workbench, it's right here for the metal fuel tank and the kite gunpowder, the blue gunpowder, and you can make 120 rounds. Otherwise, you can get it from Jaeger, actually, I believe sells them. Yeah, right here. Just do a filter buy real quick, and other people sell them too because they're making the crafts and just selling it. So it's pretty cheap. I definitely recommend though keep those metal fuel tanks. Like if you're not going to use them to build the flechettes, there's the grenade cases. You know, just don't vendor them out. You can even sell just empty cases on the flea market. So it's definitely worth keeping on to those. So all in all, I'll give you the totals real quick for both of these guns. So the Saiga 12 built like as you see it, I came to about 124,400. That's again with the prices I bought this at the time of filming. Might be slightly more with the mag, you know, and the availability of that and the silencers. The 153 with the hexagon silencer was 74,000, and with the silencer co was 80,000. But that's everything I got for you guys. If you know, you like what you see, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, comment if there's anything you'd like to see more. And you can always follow me on Twitter when I go live. I'll post on there if I go live, or you can subscribe and you'll get the notification that way. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.